All right. So the hot plays I have for quarterback are we discussed the game, the Jacksonville Detroit game. I like both quarterbacks in that game. Both defenses are very good. You have Stafford, you have Minshew. Both can be good for GPP, or both could be good for cash. Like they could both just blow up, or they could both just they're usually just pretty average. Both of them are like, I get you 20, 25 points. But in any given week, both can just go crazy. The other one I have is Fitzmagic. I've been on the train. I wasn't sure when he played Seattle. I was like, I'm not sure about it. But in the last like 12 games he's played, he's had one bad game. I'm on the Fitzmagic bandwagon right now. That's where I'm going with quarterback. And he's also got a really good matchup this week. So let's do it. He's got the Jets, who can't
That
stop anyone. So what about you, Brando?
goddamn
Who you got for quarterbacks?
Yeah, I'm with you on some of those. I do like Stafford. That game, is projected to be high scoring. I think you could stack, Stafford, Galladay, Hawkinson, Jacksonville side. You bring it back with maybe Chenault or Chark, assuming he gets going. James Robinson didn't do very well last week. He could be looking for a bounce back. I like that one. I also, we talked about it last week, and I've already said this a couple times, but with Bill O'Brien, and you look with the Falcons, they lost their coach this week. There's always that, like, one game where teams seem to be rejuvenated when they have a new coach, when that coach's message is gone stale. So I think Matt Ryan, you look at that game, he could do well. It is expected to be a high-scoring game. He's potentially getting Julio back this week. So, Julio, Ridley, with Matt Ryan. On the other side of that, you have Cousins. Certainly, I feel like 6,500, he could be a pretty good play this week. A couple other guys I like. These are some of the more high-scoring games too. Again, Watson. I feel like he could continue another onslaught this week, although, the Titans, much tougher than his opponent last week. But also like Tannehill, he's been playing really good right now. At 5,900, he could be a real steal. Same with Fitz. They're both, priced the same. So, and then also if Cam plays this weekend, you got Cam against the Broncos D. It's not the Broncos D of 2015. It ruined him in the Super Bowl. It's the Broncos D with potentially out AJ Boye out again.
Von Miller's not going to be there to shake him out.
Yeah. His father, Von Miller, will not be playing in that game. So.
Dad's not attending.
Yeah, Dad won't be there. Maybe watching. That's it. Yeah, that's it for me in quarterbacks. Paul, name one.
I'd like to – I don't know why we didn't mention Lamar Jackson. He's going up against the Eagles' banged-up secondary this week.
So right. To add on to Paul, what he's choosing, I wrote down what he chose last week. He chose Big Ben last week was his choice. Good call. He scored 22 in the DraftKings format. Not bad at all. It's a good cash play, good safe play. So good call on that, Paul. So
I traded for Lamar Jackson on this show last week, so I hope.
I'm just writing down this week. Actually, if you look back at moving on to running backs. This will continue with Paul because we're already there, right? So he chose Darrell Henderson. Good call. That was I don't know how many points he scored. It was a big week, and Dalvin Cook. Both of them had pretty good weeks. Henderson was better, but Paul, you didn't fill in either. So way to go! You're 3 for 3. What about this week? Who you got for running back? Let's start with you, Paul, because you already hit Big Ben. You hit Darrell Henderson. You hit Dalvin Cook. Let's roll with two more.
I'd love to see Mike Davis go off again. This might possibly be his last week before CMC is back. I think he's still got it to prove. I guess Cook. Cook's is going to be sitting this or
yeah, Cook is already ruled out.
He's going to sit this week.
You're done. You got the one choice. You're done.
All right, I'm done.
You said Cook, and he's already out. He's already ruled out, brother.
Well, no, I was saying, Madison could have a big week with him gone.
Yeah, he could.
Yes.
He is priced. They did one thing that happens usually was with like backup running backs is they're usually priced really low, but Madison's pretty high. Priced pretty high.
Yeah, well, I mean, the team's not going to change a game plan all of a sudden go away from the running game. So, I mean, they're just going to plug a different guy in there. And he hasn't exactly been failing when he goes in. I mean, he hasn't gotten a lot of touches, but.
Yeah. Let's do it, man. I got
Yes,
you
sir.
down
Yeah,
for Madison and Davis. Put his 2 save plays. Good to go.
Madison's my number 1 play this week. The matchup's good. I mean, there's just no way I'm not playing Madison. He's one of those. You look at the Kubiak offense, the Kubiak system. You know, dating back to the years with the Broncos, Landis Gary, Mike Anderson. You know, that Kubiak Shanahan system. You could just plug any guy in. Madison, though, when you plug him in, he looks really good. So, 7,200. I'm definitely playing him in all my lineups. Also, really like Jonathan Taylor going against Cincinnati. That's a good matchup at 6,400. James Robinson, he's in a good matchup this week. You know, versus Pitt. I feel like he's going to bounce back. He didn't have his yards per carry weren't bad last week, but he just didn't get that many carries. And also David Montgomery, start running backs against Carolina this week. That is David Montgomery. Like him at 5,800. Also James Conner. I mean, this dude's been kind of a workhorse. I just feel like he's going to do really well this week. Couple other guys, again, I could go for Gaskin at 5,400. And then also Derrick Henry's in a good matchup against Houston. So the only pause I have with Derrick Henry is the quick turnaround. You're on from Tuesday nights back to Sunday. He ran physical. So a little worried about that with him. I mean, he destroyed Josh Norman, but
Yeah.
He's a physical runner. Yeah. So that's the only thing that gives me a little pause, but still, I mean, the matchup's good and he could smash.
I like it, man. A lot of the guys I had on my list are very similar to what you guys both mentioned. I put multiples down, but I like to narrow it down to like 3 or 4. One, I had Mike Davis. He's played. Don't get me wrong, he's not McCaffrey, but he's played almost as well. If you watch him, he's guy's a stud. As we talked about earlier about how the mistakes that Chicago's made, but the quarterbacks they could have drafted. Anyway, I won't go too far back. But Davis, Myles Gaskin against the Jets. 5,400. That's a pretty good play. And then Jonathan Taylor, the guy's talented. He's gifted, talented. He's gonna have a breakout game at some point, and this may be the week. So I'm gonna bank on that. For running backs, that's all I had. Receivers, there are a ton that I love. There's a ton that I like. Rather, that is
a lot.
I'll give 3 or 4 that I really like. Crowder. You know, Flacco's playing again. And it's like, oh, shit. But look at Crowder. Every time he's played with at least a comparable quarterback who throw the ball to him, he's put up points. He put up 23 points this last week, and every week before that, like 13, 14 plus. Play him again in your flex. He's cheap, 6,100. Kenny G, great matchup, 6,200. And A.J. Brown. Yeah. A.J. Brown is $5,600. The guy came back from a knee bruise from last week. And he's coming back probably even healthier this week.
You sure it's 5,600? Probably 6,500.
Maybe I dyslexic that shit.
Maybe a little dyslexic.
Maybe I wrote that wrong. Even 6,500 though is not bad.
Either way, play him. Yeah.
If he's 5,600, definitely play him. But my bad if I wrote that wrong. I had my bad. I think at one point I wrote like 56,500, something like that. It was all jacked up. But anyway,
you're busy. You almost didn't do the show this week, so
my bad. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So AJ Brown, I think he's even at 65. He's still underrated. The guy is like, you know, is Corey Davis coming back this week? I don't know. He's got COVID. Oh my gosh, sorry. The slot receiver, Humphreys. Thank you, Adam Humphreys. Is he coming back? We don't know, but he's the number 1 guy for sure. So I'd play him as well.
definitely. I'm with you on most of those
It's
same guys.
565,000. I take your whole budget. My bad.
Yeah. I'm with you on. I mean, there's so many guys I feel like overall to like this week. The Pittsburgh-Cleveland game, that one's just expected to be high scoring. Personally, I feel like everyone's like, what's wrong with Juju? Juju's kind of a forgotten guy. I feel like he's really due for some positive regression. I like him. That Minnesota-Atlanta game, that's a game where, it's just like stacks on stacks on stacks. You could like Thielen and Jefferson, of course, on the Minnesota side. But on the other side, Julio, Ridley, if those guys play, specifically, if you're stacking, whether it be Matt Ryan or Cousins, there's just a lot to like there. Another guy I do like is Higgins at his price, 4,700. When you're looking, at some of the games, I feel like he's one of the guys that just like value-wise, he just jumps out. AJ Brown, I'm with you. I had 6,500. You had 56. Whatever.
Yeah, 65,000.
Either way, I like him. And then, as you mentioned, Galladay. Like Galladay a lot. I do like this week. I feel like with Watson, you watched Cooks eat a little more than Fuller last week. I feel like this could be the week for Fuller. That's pretty much it. Don't forget about Devontae Adams coming back. He's pricey, but he's
the highest priced receiver, but the guy may have a vendetta. He wanted to play, so he wanted they were on a bye week this week, but they wanted to play last week, and he made it very publicly noted. He's like, I'm ready to play, but apparently people know my body better than me. So he made it very clear. He's like, I'm fucking ready, and they held him back. So I think he might kill it. He might be a GPP player that could just kill it.
Yeah, Paul, you got one?
I mean, I want to see Juju go off again. I doubt he wants to sit behind the rookie's shadow. The Browns are already saying, their players are already saying this is going to be their Super Bowl, which is probably one of the saddest statements.
You're a factory of sadness.
Thielen against Atlanta. It's not Hotlanta. That defense is not stopping anything right now. That could be another shootout. And then, Packers, Bucks, Mike Evans, Adams is back. I mean, that could be another high-scoring game.
Specifically, if Godwin doesn't play, you like Evans. Yeah.
We could briefly go over defenses quickly. We didn't talk about them.
We didn't talk about tight ends either.
Or I love tight ends.
Mm.
I love tight ends.
Yeah.
In all aspects.
Don't say that too loud.
What?
What do you mean? This is G-rated material. I don't know what you mean.
Maybe an X-ray.
I honestly, here's the thing with me is like I'm a horrible judge of tight. Here's the thing, like I'll admit, like my probably worst judgment ever is when it comes to playing tight ends. I'm always wrong, I swear. Like we should do a segment every week of like Eric's failure at tight end because it probably happens almost every single time. I'm like, here's what I chose. I had Hurst, Hawkinson, and Akins, right? Hawkinson because the opportunity in the matchup. Hurst because same thing, and then Akins because I don't know if he was before he got the concussion, he was like the top 8 receiver or top 8 tight end in routes run. He might be a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't listen to me when I say tight ends. We should do an Eric failure tight ends week because that's usually what I do. Because I drafted Evan Ingram as well, so there you go.
Yeah.
Add on to the fire.
It's fine. Most of the overall, like the strategy for DFS, specifically, the guys, the Sharks, they'll tell you, you're overall you're punting the position.
Usually,
so you're trying to find value, some of these more value plays. That said, it doesn't mean that you won't see, like last week, the millionaire had Kelsey in his lineup. If the week is right, yes, pay up. Assuming there's good value at running back, there's good value at wide receiver, and you really like that tight ends matchup that week.
I'm pretty sure every single week I've said to play Logan Thomas, except for this one because I think I'm done with the whole Logan Thomas. It's like, oh, the opportunity is there, opportunity, and it just doesn't amount. So,
Yeah.
That's the exact point I was making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got a couple for you. Andrews. Again, Paul mentioned he's going against Philly D. You got Lamar Jackson, Andrews. He did well last week. Certainly did well. We talked about the Lions game that potentially being one of the more high-scoring game and also being a good matchup. So, if you like Golladay, if you like Stafford, potentially you're doing a double stack with Hawkinson, or even if you're just playing Hawkinson at 5,300, I feel like you can't go wrong there. There's a chance that Fant plays this week for the Broncos. Not only that, Drew Lock is expected to play. It's kind of recency bias. I think people are forgetting the first couple of weeks of the season before Fant got hurt. He was the number one tight end. So him and Locke, they do have really good chemistry. I think if Fant plays, you could do a lot worse than paying for Fant at 5,400. If him and Locke both play, Jaceki, I feel like he would be another good play as well. I mean, and if you want to go back to Kelsey, you could probably do a lot worse than paying up for Kelsey this week.
Anytime. It's hard to bet against the top guys for sure.
And of course, Jonnu's out there as well. So specifically him and Tannehill. Paul, you got a tight end?
No, I mean kind of the same as you. Yeah, Andrews. It seems like it'd be easy game for him to get some points. Kelsey's never. When they're going against the Bills, that might be another high-scoring game. Where you need to go through the air quite a bit. But yeah, I'm not really a great judge at tight ends. I got Henry on my team, and I'm just kind of scooting forward with him. But he's got on the bye this week, so.
What?
Yeah. Well, before we wrap it up, you guys got anything?
Yeah, I had something to say right here. Look, I grabbed this little guy out. This game, I bought this kit. It was incredible. It was like this whole God of War. Actually, Stephanie bought it for me. You guys know who this is? Anybody know who this is?
We know who this is.
This is Kratos. He killed the God of War to become the God of War. Look at those chains. The point of this being is that I will turn my season around. This shit's gonna turn around. It's gonna turn around.
I hope so.
The wrath.
Worried about you. 1-4.
The wrath of the reigning champion is coming. Starting this week, I am in the middle of points. I'm at the very bottom of points scored against. I've looked at the analytics. I'm coming. I am coming for you. Yeah. Right there. Look at this guy.
I don't want to be around if this Sunday, if you go to 1-5, I'm gonna have to get Stephanie and Ashley a hotel room.
If I go 1-5, I
don't want to be around either.
What'll happen if I go 1-5? You want to see the people who watching live probably aren't, but his head of Kratos becomes fucking ripped off. And I become the God of War. That's what's going to happen. They'll rip the head off of him, and then I become – I don't want to lose either, man. I've never been 1-5. I've never been 1-5, dude. I don't want to be 1-5. God damn it, my team – it's not like I have a shitty team. It's just been bad luck. I feel it's been partly bad luck, but whatever.
It's all right. Well, best of luck to you this week.
Best of luck to you, Brandon.
I have the God of War in my corner. No luck needed.
Brandon to win this week, as weird as that sounds. I'd love to see him win and me win. That puts me numero uno.
I'll bring me back to 500. I hope everyone wins at DFS as well.
Yeah.
This is a DFS show. So, that's what we're here for, these deals, these player props. Whether you do Prize Picks or Monkey Knife Fight, which we found out not a Family Guy reference, it's actually the Simpsons reference. We found that.
You're blamed, Paul. That's all on you.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So if you're doing Prize Picks or Monkey Knife Fight, you could find them in the App Store. Use code Fling. You can also find them on our website at fantasyfootballfling.com. Also, follow us on Twitter at fantasyfling as well. But yeah, be sure to use that promo code. You guys win some cash and they'll match your deposit. So that's it for week 6. good luck, everyone. We will see you week 7.
God of
Good
War.
luck, guys.
We'll see you
No
next week.
Thursday night football this week. Very
Nope.
sad.
No, it's very sad. Yeah. Fan of the Tuesday night football, though.
I am too. Everyday football.
Exactly.
Funny how when he changes you, Paul. You'll love it. Changes you.
I am loving it. All right, man. Let me
Changes
enjoy
you.
myself.
Changes the man. All right. You guys, the God of War, we'll see you soon.
Peace out.
Have a good one.